Wait, how do I screw up my own intro? I can't screw up my own intro.
No, you just did.
Oh, woo! I did it. All right. We gotta be careful to cut the sound on the other screen there in a sec. How long till everybody sees me? Welcome to the Funisher Lounge TimCast. Sarah will not be able to join us this week, but she'll be back next week. And so it's going to be me and Tim drawing. And normally, the original idea was I was going to try to set up the camera so it was in between, like how I've had two people draw before. But the setup's really awkward, and Tim's a laid-back guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes chilling. His usual routine is to chill on the couch with his legs up, and then have his drawing up against his knees. And drawing in that awkward position is just asking for a disaster from both of us. So he's going to draw his way, and then maybe at some point later we can rotate out or whatever, or however it goes. Everyone in the chat can let us know right now if the sound quality is good, if I have the mic in a good spot so everyone can hear it, and how's everybody doing? If you have questions, comments, concerns, terrors, fears, terrors. Terrors.
I actually just thought, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to hear this? I don't have headphones on.
I know, I just thought about that before. Then I remembered that all you literally have to hear. Yeah, the only reason I have headphones on is just so I can hear what they're hearing. But really,
I just have to hear you.
Yeah, this is what you hear right now is exactly how it sounds. And it sounds pretty good. I'm just glad there's no little extra delay that makes it, oh my God, speaking, like trying to talk when there's like a 1 second delay on what you're saying. So did you do that before? Yeah, it's like it makes it so horrible, and it'll make you start slurring words.
Yeah. All right, so I just don't know how to read, so people are talking in chat.
People are talking. It's going well.
Things are happening.
Things are happening. Chat's very lively. We are drawing It Will Be Mine. Here's an interesting thing: is this was going to be round 2 because I tore up the drawing yesterday because I failed so hard, super fail. And the thing is when it's torn up, it's like, oh, it was looking good. Well, that's because you didn't see what the pieces looked like together, because when they were together, it looked way worse because all those pieces were not lined up properly. But I'm actually drawing a different photo that I'm more excited about. More options have been put into the Artist Lounge thread. This one's going to be a little tricky because I have to remove a phone, but I have other references so I can fill in the parts where the phone's blocking. Hopefully it'll work. But I think I can, the only thing when you look at the photo and like you can see the drawing already. Oh yeah, the text there. That's Is someone asking about it?
Well, Who Died just said the best thing is the bitch ass next to Tim's drawing.
Yeah, it's the full text says bitch ass hose with a heart next to it. And then I had it covered with a piece of paper. This was X-Stripper had written this when she was a guest live in the studio on one of the podcasts. She wrote that there to mess with me. And then I put a piece of paper on it. Someone asked, and I said, oh, it's not relevant, to which she wrote, this is totally relevant next to it. So now it's just part of the set is the bitch ass hose text. So, take that, Yuto. Yeah, bitch ass hose.
All right. So, yeah. Drawing.
It Will Be Mine says hi.
Hello.
Hey, you need to really pressure Tim to start submitting because he's like a super lurker and super shy about submitting his art to RGD. And this is actually really exciting for you to be able to see his art because it's really awesome and everybody loves it. But he's a shy fella, so I'm trying to wear him down.
Posting to RGD.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh my Lord. Okay, I can do this. This drawing I screwed up. I don't know. With RGDs, I always had a rule that if I screwed up a drawing, I don't do it a second time. I freak out. I tear it up.
But you're doing a different drawing.
Yeah, see, that's like technically this is almost cheating because I'm not drawing the same thing.
Pull some cables out of here.
Yeah, just yank cables out. That'd be a good idea. See, normally I
Should I do that one too?
if you want, it's a nice photo. Which one do you like more?
Oh, I'll probably do the same one.
All right. You can just open it up. I have the photo there on the lower left and the icons. You can just zoom in on it or whatever you need. Willie Mine says, Tim, come to us, one of us, one of us. Renza says, Tim, stop slacking. Oh, my Lord. There we go.
Slacking, right?
Yeah, you slacker. You could have been submitting all this time, blowing people's minds, changing the world. If Tim could give the world a gift. Did you have those reflections contests when you were in school?
Reflections?
Yeah, I was like, is that only a Utah thing or something?
I don't know.
It's like in elementary school, they give like a theme to the school, then kids make like art or a little short story. And the theme was always like, if I could give the world a gift. And then the theme next year would be like, if a gift were to be had by the world and I was the one to deliver it, what would it be? And then next year would be like, gifts. What's one you would give to the world? It's like pretty much the same thing every year.
A puppy.
Oh my God. Give the world one big puppy.
Or all the puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the mean people.
Yeah. I think we already gave the world a puppy, and that puppy's Canada. Everybody loves Canada. Canada's Earth's puppy. Nobody's mad at Canada.
I'm mad at Canada.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm not. Should we do a close-up of her face? I still think the show should be called the Nerdcast.
The Nerd Podcast. Yeah, we are a bunch of freaking nerds.
Podcast.
Aren't you guys going to share the screen? I should clarify again the Meta Baron. We can't share it in one screen in this case because the way Tim draws and his technique and the way I draw do not go well in one screen. And there's like this dresser here that would make it awkward. Yeah. So to preserve the quality of the art, we're going to draw separately. Tim preferred to start off screen and then maybe at some point can rotate in and swap out or something. Or at the very least, before trying to get it on one screen, at least laying in the foundation of the drawing, like the most important steps.
Yeah, but I also draw really light. You get a lot darker than me. So even when you show my drawings, sometimes like you can't really see them very well.
If it was a work in progress, you probably wouldn't even be able to see it on the camera when you start, not until you're like later in it.
Should probably draw darker. Use pens or something.
Well, you just use softer pencils. Do you use like a good old 8 or 9B or something? Oh, you should. Oh, it's the best feeling ever, dude.
Yeah.
You know what an 8 or 9B is? It's like the difference between pulling the butter out of the fridge or just having that tray of butter that's been on the counter for a while. It's just like putting it on toast.
Sit in my little.
No, you even have them. Yeah. Why don't you use it?
An HB.
No. Why'd you buy an HB woodless pencil?
I don't know, because that's what I use most.
Oh, you men. No, my Lord. I'm already nervous.
Yeah.
Of course, I start off every one of these nervous.
I'm not nervous, but it's weird talking to you and not talking to someone on the computer.
Yeah. It's weird when Sarah's not there, like holding it all together, you know?
Yeah.
When it's just us just spiraling out of control. Yeah. She's really the glue that holds this podcast completely together.
She's good at that.
Yeah, much better at it.
You're terrible.
I'm terrible at it. I'm a horrible person.
The worst of people.
Just a terrible person. I'm horrible. Lord.
Yeah, it won't be mine. Just said, I don't know how you draw and read and talk at the same time. Seriously impressive. Does that interfere with the zone?
Yeah, all the time.
Absolutely.
It actually gets me. Yeah, because like I remember like Tim was always like, you know, because we'll talk after the show, and it's great because Tim can always give me some good direct after show feedback. We could talk about parts like, okay, what part didn't work? Like, what thing did I say that was stupid? And if there wasn't live audience, you just hear crickets, you know, and all those things, like right now. And but you know, the thing we talk about is trying to keep it consistent, not too much dead air for too long. And then I remember, you know, and it's actually really difficult because then Tim did an episode with Sarah while I was in the Grand Canyon, and
literally
I was literally inside the Grand Canyon as the show was. Well, no, that time I wasn't. I was driving 95 miles an hour at it as the show was going, trying to get to it before sunset.
That's not legal.
No, it wasn't. It was so illegal, and it was like You know, it was like national park roads, and I mean, there was, I don't know how many. Anyways,
it's difficult.
It's difficult. That's the point, because you're in the zone and then you'll forget about the chat for a minute. And this is why it's easier when there's guests or when someone else is talking. You have to like glance over but still listen and then see what people are saying. And then you have to remember to draw. And then when it gets really hard is then also people will finish their drawings. And then when we start screen sharing their drawings, you got to do that too, which is going to be hilarious this episode, because I have to like crawl over Tim to the computer and figure that out. But it is a very much a multitasking process that I'm still practicing and still learning, because it is hard to juggle all of them at the same time. And it tends to make the drawings take a lot longer than they already do. So lots of times I won't finish during a podcast. I'll have to finish after, because it'll be like 5 hours later and I'll still be working on it. See, already I'm doing the same mistake I always do. And I already start focusing just like on one part instead of finishing laying in the face. Stupid. That's the exact mistake I made yesterday. I do it all the time. I jump ahead. I don't get all the features laid in properly. And then I find that there's a proportion I don't like. And then I go, yeah, I'll fix it in post. I'll fix it in post. And then I don't fix it in post. And then I tear it up into pieces.
Fixing in post is what everyone should do, always.
Microwave the butter for 15 seconds, then it's spreadable. But I never microwaved it. Why didn't I do that?
Microwave butter.
Like to make it softer. I always just tried to mash it into the toast while it was still cold. And then I'm sure my parents were probably like, well, we can't expect much from this guy, you know?
Yeah, I can't eat butter.
It's probably not a surprise when I want to be an artist, and they're just like, yeah, we figured there's no great medicines are going to be attached to this last name, you know?
I like mashing butter into bread.
Oh my Lord. All right, Mike, hone down. Don't make the same mistake you always make. You're going to be hearing a lot of like traffic outside during this one. This whole episode is going to be so off the rails.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
It'll be great. Just you wait and see.
You're up to something.
No.
You're up to something.
I mean, we can, I don't know.
Well, I thought the interesting thing is we both work at the same job in the art business. Inside scoops. But it absolutely makes us bummed. I'm worried if we started going on to the subject, we get like super depressed. And then eventually we'd be like, I just kind of want to go to bed. I'm tired. Yeah, me too.
Today's my day off, so I don't want to talk about work.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about work on the day off. And all the awesome, sweet, sweet dirt we get to see
Fun stuff.
In the art world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my Lord. It's not fun. If anyone would say, hey, I'm thinking about being an art hand. I want to be an artist when I grow up, and I'm thinking about being an art handler first. Should I do it? No, you shouldn't. Just try to be an artist. Don't be an art handler. It's my advice. How's it looking on the screen there? Okay, it's showing up a little bit.
That's good.
Fantastic. We lucked out because they're ripping off the roof of the building next door. I mentioned it in the last couple episodes about like Bird Poo Mountain.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, the pigeons are kind of cute walking around, but they shit everywhere. It was disgusting. And they kept trying to fly into our apartment. Window was closed, so joke's on them. They're the ones with a headache now, but I always wondered if we had that kitchen window open, if pigeons would be flying into our apartment regularly.
I would imagine they would.
I think so too. They seem to, and then they would just stare in the window, like while eating dinner. They just stare. It's really creepy.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah, they're up to something. Like I don't think pigeons are very smart birds. You don't hear much about a pigeon being smart, but man, they're up to something.
They're pretty smart.
Are they?
Homing pigeons.
Oh yeah.
Them to do things.
I mean, you're really training them, or is it like that thing where you're kind of tricking them? You know what I mean? Isn't that all training really is you're just tricking something? It's almost like it's dumber than if you didn't train it, because then it would be it's not fooled by anything.
I guess that's true. I had a dog that was kind of like that.
The Chow Chow?
Yeah.
I thought Chow Chows were supposed to be smart.
She was really smart.
Oh.
If you play like catch with her or something,
Mm-hmm.
fetch, I guess it's called with dogs,
Mm-hmm.
you'd throw it like a ball, and she would just look at you and be like, "So, why'd you do that? So now you're just gonna have to go and get it." And then I'd go and get it, and then she would just look at me.
She'd be like, "Nice job, idiot. Try not throwing the ball next time, stupid."
Stupid human throwing balls around.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to go pick them up. He should be trying to shove as many tennis balls in his mouth as possible. Just kidding. That's more of a golden retriever kind of move.
Yeah.
I never had a golden retriever named Moose, and he could get 3 tennis balls. And he'd carry around with him everywhere.
Moose.
He kind of looked like that photo of the guy in the Guinness Book World Records that like the billiard balls in his mouth. So like a dog version of that.
I've not seen that.
I would bring up the photo, but we'd probably get sued. Like it'd probably be like an Associated Press photo, and then they get all mad that we showed it on the thing, and they'd want us to pay them.
I don't know if this drawing is starting out very well, but it's all right.
And if I could offer them what people will tend to offer artists online, I could just be like, all right, we'll pay we'll pay you $3 for your art.
3 dimes.
Do you take gobstoppers in exchange?